Hello again. This is a VCR. I don't do many of these. So I don't need this, but I want it, which is how I start all these. But this is one of these 6-head models. And Toshiba had a few of these in the mid to late 90s, and I think it was Sharp had other ones, and it's not really what you'd expect it to be. So my understanding is that a 4-head model will have heads that lean towards the track width for an SP recording, and also ones that lean more towards an EP or somewhere between SLP and LP. So they'll have the 2-hour heads and then the thinner recording heads. That way, when you're using special effects, both recording speeds look great. But when you get into playback, it's a little bit more nitty-gritty. My understanding, again, this is me like reading forums, there's no good information, was that JVC spec was closer to the actual width of an EP track, closer to the 19 microns, whereas Matsushita or Panasonic, which built for RCA and all these guys, and I think even Hitachi, were more of a 25 to a wider micron head. So then you get into 19 micron. Now, the 6-head model, from my understanding, has, of course, your SP heads, which are somewhere between 30 and 50 microns. Sometimes you'll have one of each size, and they'll do whatever, it changes. But then you'll have the EP or SLP heads, and those are switchable between 19 micron and the other size, which I don't know yet for this guy. So that's what I'm going to dig into today, because this has a switch. It's got a switch that will go between the 19 micron head, auto and off. So I believe 19 micron heads will offer better recording and playback in EP mode if you use a 19 micron head for recording and playback, because it's narrower, there's less crosstalk, there's less noise, it's more precise. However, they suck for LP, because now you can either use your SP heads, which are too big, or your EP heads, which will lose a lot of the picture quality. So LP is suddenly the same, if not worse, than EP. Anyway, this is just a rant about how complicated video heads were, and every manufacturer used different sizes, and it's all over the place. And 19 micron was just a bunch of like, hey, marketing bullshit. But I guess it kind of made sense if you were going to record and playback on the same machine. And by the time other manufacturers like Toshiba and the other guys started using 19 micron heads, LP was dead. It was like long since gone. In which case, there's no point in using a wider head. So I was told that this machine eats tapes. So let's see what happens. Keep in mind, I have not used this before. Oh no! Oh! Oh, dear God, no. Alright kids, what's your money on? Is it mode switch encoder? Is it a belt? I was originally thinking when they said it ate tapes, it was going to be the pinch roller, because that thing's shiny as fuck. But I'm thinking the mode switch encoder now. Look at all those heads. Spinny, 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 spinny. Oh, that's there. So this is the first machine that I have picked up that actually had a bad automatic head cleaner. And I don't know if it's gummed up the heads, but the heads were disgusting anyway. I think this whole machine was disgusting. Cue montage of photos. Yeah, it just like absolutely disgusting. I think a tape shed inside or something. So I guess I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna go find the mode switch and give that a cleany do and check the belts. Give me my fucking tape. This has gone well. Just want to point out how easy it is to remove the bottom here. You got one screw, which also doubles as a screw that holds the mechanism on the top, and then one more screw. There's nothing else holding it on. She's easy. Easy like a transcona horse. What was even the point of that? Like, is this just for shielding? Because you got these ground tabs there. I think that was just for shielding. I think I've been duped. Okay, well that's kind of bullshit. I thought I could just disconnect the mech from above, and it's got enough screws to disconnect it, and I'm pulling and tugging and nothing. We gotta take the whole thing out because of that. And I think I found the problem. Oh, that's just... Oh. Oh yeah. This is nasty. Why do I keep playing with this? It's nasty. There we go. This is the wrong size replacement, but seems to do the job nicely. There's a bit of slippage there, but whatever. Alright, was it just a belt? Potentially. That's a good sign. Play would be this one. Hey! There's stuff. Oh. Well, seems to work. I've cleaned everything in here except the actual video heads. I wanted to wait to make sure that this works before I waste my precious time. I was kind of hoping that each head would have little circuit boards that the old machines had, because I was going to desolder them and see what happens. Maybe I'll try that on an older machine. That would be fun. So this is 6 heads. 6 video heads. So you see here is one of your dual azimuth heads, and 180 degrees from there is your other dual azimuth head. So this is typically what you'd have on a 4-head machine. Then you have your hi-fi heads, and I can never remember which direction they are from there. It's either these 2 or these 2. Whichever they are, that's fine. And then the opposite ones, so the other 2 set here, would be your second set of heads. Now, either your 19 micron heads are in here with your SP heads, or they're one of these sets. So the idea with the 6-head machine is that it will detect when it's playing SLP or EP tapes which heads it's supposed to use, or which heads give a better signal, and use those. And then if that doesn't work, there's that on auto switch that will, I guess, allow you to override that decision. So 6-head isn't the amazing gimmicky thing that, you know, when I saw this as a kid and I'm like, oh, I could get a 4-head machine, or I could get a 6-head machine. 6 is better than 4 by 2. But in reality, it just made this machine more versatile. There we go. Heads cleaned. Heads were gross. Heads were very gross. I could probably get more off there even. Maybe I will. So now, I can use my trusty... What the fuck? I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. Phew, found it. And we get to test rewind. Through the magic of video editing, I've attached the front dongle. Did I plug it in? Shite. Magic of video editing. I've reattached... Oh, god damn it. Through the magic of video editing, yada yada, let's rewind. Well, it's fast, I guess. It's not super fast. Okay, we're wound to a spot. Let's see. I mean, I'm not surprised that it's playing SP well. Excellent pause. Does my jog dial work? Oh, right to the gullet. A little faster. That's quite nice. Play motion. So I'll let back, unpause. Let's do fast forward. So I think that's just double speed. We got a little more. Oh yeah. Spicy. Now this has a worn out pinch roller, so I'm just going to pull back. Rewind a little bit. Let's rewind a little more. It sounds crunchy, but the picture is good. Rewind a little. No, it's doing well. Five out of 7. Oof, we got hi-fi? Oh yeah.
That's for making me come to Mars.
So I will give one complaint about these Toshibas, and I owned one of these when I was younger. You absolutely need the remote because of that bullshit. That will default on, and I don't know why. I don't know why they decided on that, but they did. So let's take a look at the exterior of the machine and the features and all that stuff. Wait, what are you doing? Stop it. Back. Oh, it searches. Search up. Search down. Neat. From the exterior, it's a pretty basic looking machine. It's very simple, very mid-90s looking. It's got a nice little door on the left-hand side. The power and eject button actually go through the door. There's the 19 micron head switch, which we'll get into. Front display is a little dim. The SP SLP display barely changes. The L is very dim. The remote's pretty typical. You can select your input. It has how many line ins? It's got 2 line ins. Line 1 in the back, line 2 in the front. TV VCR, counter reset, counter remain, all that stuff. Now display. So display is the most important button on these Toshibas, because when you turn them on, they do this, and display does that. And that's very, very important. What else do we have here? Shift, I don't know what that is, but it does volume if you have it on TV for the universal remote function. Record. Press and hold these 2 to record. Press and hold these to start probably one-touch timer. Program and cancel, that's for programming everything. You can fast forward between index. Play ×2. Fast forward rewind, which will do scans. Slow motion. Pause. We already saw that with the jog shuttle. Audio select is for hi-fi or mono. Eject, which is nice. And then IntelliPlay. I don't know what this is, so let's find out. So if I hit program menu, I get an angry red menu. I think this is from around 95. Standby does not. Ooh, whoa. Ready? What? Okay, that's what standby does. Whoa. I just hit rewind off. This one here. And now it's doing that. So this has got to be some sort of like automatic play feature. I don't know. I'll look it up. Well, I don't really see a difference here. It has to go through tracking, so off, on. On's a little sharper. Yeah, the picture's a little softer. Off. Auto gives it's a little crisper. So if you look at those edges, off, auto. Stop changing. Ooh. I know someone's gonna ask, Quaid, does it make a difference on SP? No. Why would it make a difference on SP? It's meant for SLP, EP. Like, nothing. Alright, we're doing a test recording. Here is the through a shitty camera view of it. If I zoom in, you can see the tuner is not great. It's not great at all. So now I'm gonna hold down those two remote buttons, turn my display on. Now you can see I'm recording. Slap. I'm recording a slap. 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 And now we play back. So this, this is with it on auto. That's off. Auto. Off. I don't notice a difference at all. I totally thought I would notice a difference. Auto. Off. Yep. At least for this one instance, I don't notice a difference. I've lost interest.